Good morning, you guys. How is everyone doing on this morning? I hope that you guys are doing okay. I'm going to start giving some more people the opportunity to come in. I'm feeling better this morning. Yeah, I'm feeling better this morning. Okay, let's see. Let's see, who do we see? I see New to You, Little Miss Muffin, Ambitious One, Gina, Diane, Clarinetta, Brandon, Kimberly. Shout out to my mods for being so awesome. That's Genova. I am She Johnson, Ashley, Miss T. I saw you comment on Jizzle Live, and he said, I commented on Jizzle's Live, and he was like, "Real talk with Tamara. I've been looking for you." He said his mom be over here, and she did comment. Shout out to Jizzle. Jizzle is one of those young men who I believe has star status and could definitely be up next. I think he is up next. Thank you, Brandon. The same to you. I would love to see Daddy-O sign him. I don't want to see like Gucci Mane or none of them sign him because I don't really trust a lot of these other labels on the outside of Memphis. Yeah, I think CEO Jizzle is definitely up next if he stays focused. I think they said that Gucci Mane has been um, courting, I guess, or doing work with BEO Lil Kenny. I wanted for Daddy-O to sign BEO Lil Kenny. I really didn't. I really don't want, because it seemed like when Gucci Mane signed him, nothing happens. Hey, McNames. Hey, Cypress. What's going on, guys? I'm rejuvenized. Rejuvenated. I said rejuvenized. I put two whole different words together, child. I'm rejuvenated. Okay, from the other night. Hey, Miss Yvette, how have you been? My spirit is revived, okay, from the other night. Y'all know we stayed on live the other night until 5 a.m. And that was because I had taken a long nap that day. And then I turned around, went to sleep. We got off at 5. I was asleep around 5:30. Oh, absolutely, Legacy 360. Whoever signed Jizzle has a jackpot. Oh, for sure. And I want Daddy-O to sign him. I already know he a jackpot. Especially, I think he's got the charisma. He's definitely the total package. Jizzle is a real cute young man. And thank you, Miss Jennifer, for the cash out. He's very handsome. He can rap. He's got charisma, and then he has a raunchiness about him. He's young, so he's still young. So he's going to already have the crowd his age, and I think he'll be able to pull, especially with a good producer, the crowd in the 30s and things of that nature. So, with the charisma that he has, he'll be able to. That's how you touch the heart of the age groups around his mother's age and stuff. Him and Stupid Duke got a good song. I'm gonna have to go listen to him and Stupid Duke song. Somebody was saying that. Was that you, Cypress? That him and Stupid Duke had a good song. But I want to see. See, I don't really see. I'm getting real suspicious about, like, I don't mean no harm, and Gucci Mane cool, but I'm starting to get real suspicious about these labels on the outside of Memphis that start signing these dudes, especially if they have beef with like CMG or something like that. Okay, so you CEO Jizzle would have to be very careful, because CEO Jizzle would be considered like maybe the muscle right? As it relates to Kenny Money and all of them, he would be one of those. He seems to be very fearless. So what would happen is I don't trust none of these label heads. They be in bed and secretly talking to some of these other label heads. And one thing we do know is like when a young man has talent and he seems to be fearless, those are the ones that they be wanting to get out the way. So I think Jizzle is gonna have to be very meticulous about who he signs with. That's the reason why I think he would be more. He already has a rapport with he already has a rapport with Paper Route, and I really think that's who he should sign with. That he needs to sign with Paper Route. Not necessarily, I know like Key Glock and all of them, they have, their own labels. But I believe that with Jizzle and the type of talent that he has, I don't think Daddy O is not in the industry. I think Jizzle needs to sign directly under Daddy O so that he could be nurtured. Right, right. I don't think he should necessarily sign on a label where the artist is an artist, because most artists, when they're trying to pour into themselves, they have good intentions, but they don't necessarily they're still trying to get to a certain level with themselves. So I think he needs to sign directly up under Paper Route. That's what I think. He needs to sign directly up on the Paper Route. I've been wanting to get an interview with Daddy O, because if I get an interview with Daddy O, I'm gonna I'll tell him that. But we know Daddy O is in the background. But I would love to get an interview with Daddy O, just to see, just to pick his brain, just to see what his plans are. I would. Since young Dolph is no longer here, I think a lot of people would love to know what his plans are. And I'm people say, well, I'm neutral. I'm not neutral. I'm very biased. Headed to New Orleans, has to be there by 6 tonight. So just okay, shout out Miss Michelle. I love New Orleans. I have friends down in New Orleans. Y'all run the likes up, you guys. Run the likes up. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Okay, like, share, and subscribe. Okay. I wanted to talk about justice for Young Dolph and all of the other slain artists. Now, I've been quietly. Let me turn this down, child, because I was supposed to be out today, but child, my daughter come calling me this morning, talking about she running late, and the person, somebody else was supposed to keep the baby today, her other grandmother, and something came up at the last minute. So she called me, Mom, I'm running late for work. Can you keep the baby? So I got her, child. So I'm stuck. That's the reason why I'm on here. Because today was supposed to be the day that my mom and I mean her dad is gonna come and get her at 12. Okay. And then today is the day later on today, my sister is going to bring, I get another, for a few months, another puppy. My sister I'm gonna keep her puppy while she transitions, into a new place, for about 6 months. And her puppy is a Yorkie, and it's a male. And so I was like, I might breed them, because my Yorkie is full-blooded. She is a female, but I know how I am. If she get pregnant, she have babies and stuff. And I be seeing a girl on Facebook selling Yorkies, full-blooded Yorkies, and she be out of them for $3,500. I was like, dog, but I know me, my nerves and stuff bad. Like I don't be really, I don't like for people to try to, uh, you know, no more than two or three she will have. She'll have no more than two or three. Okay, well, that's not too bad. He said CEO Jizzle and Stupid Duke called twin brothers. Okay, I'm gonna look at that. Twin brothers. CEO Jizzle and Stupid Duke twin brothers. Oh, look at that. CEO Jizzle and Stupid Duke. Magname says I gotta have 3,500. They can go for that. I'm telling you. I put them on my TV show, and they'll sell. But y'all. You know, there's. I guess since I've been in business, and I'm gonna get on into where I was ready to talk about, because I was ready to talk about. I'm gonna pull up CEO Jizzle to see what they got going on. Him and Stupid Duke. But since I've been in business, I don't mean no harm. When I hear certain people on the other end of the line, I don't even be wanting to talk to them. I promise to God I don't. I promise to God I don't. And I know with puppies, I mean, when we get, if I was to do that, um, if I was to do it, we'd have to meet at the police department, okay, so that I can get the money, okay, and I would have to have my it would have to be cash because I ain't accepting no electronic nothing, okay, and I would have to have my yellow pen to make sure to check the money to make sure it's real, okay. That's what I'd have to do. We have to meet at the police department or the federal building. Shit. And I say the federal building because it be heavily armed. Make them make a deposit up front. That's how I do. Okay, make them make a deposit up front. I could market it to it, yeah. Anyways, you guys, Dominique, my sister, said she will make sure she always eat when she come. Yeah, people be stealing them dogs. They do. They do. And like I said, I'm so sentimental. Like I when I get attached to animals, real quick. Like y'all, I was so in awe. We get ready to get into our subject, but I'm just gonna say this. Like y'all know I love whales and I love lions. And most of the time you don't get to see a whale's eyes, right? So I was looking at a documentary and the scientist was able to get a picture of a blue whale. The blue whale opened its eyes. Oh my God. And their eyes are just like human eyes. And they're so innocent looking. I was like, oh my God, I love whales so much. But anyway, y'all, I wanted to talk about justice for young Dolph and all the other slain rappers, right? Player code, you don't be playing, you be moving around. I see. um, I justice for young Dolph and all the other young men. And I put quite a few rappers up there who I had actually whose cases that I actually had been paying close attention to. I put Mo 3 up there. I don't know a whole lot about Mo 3. When I started, the first time I heard about Mo 3 was when I started is when I started vlogging on the Young Dolph's case. And I heard people saying, because they was calling, I think, because when I first started vlogging on the Young Dolph's case, I started kind of looking at other vloggers, um, and what they were saying. Okay. Coat Figure was one of those ones that really went hard for young Dolph. Like my mother and I fell completely in love with him because he went hard. He was unapologetic. Another vlogger, when I started hearing about Mo 3, I first heard about Mo 3. I started looking at Miss Lowdown's vlogs, and they was talking about Mo 3, and I believe because I called him Mo3, and I'm gonna tell y'all where I got Mo3 from. I happened to run into this other vlogger named Most Hated Vlogger, and I used to look at his vlog when he would talk about Mo. When I started trying to, figure out, well, who is Mo3? Because I called him Mo3, right? I didn't know. And I the only thing that I could come up with was that, they had vlogged on him. I didn't know how deep it went, right? They had vlogged on the case, and I didn't even know anything about no sectors. You know what I mean? And I hey, they had vlogged on that case before young Dolph, and um from the looks of it, it looks like some people have been arrested as it relates to Mo 3. And just from listening to quite a few other vloggers, um they're saying that that's not all. Thank you, Cypress, for the $5 super sticker. Shout out to Cypress, y'all. I was on his channel. Cypress did a live, his first live last night, y'all. Cypress then started vlogging. Shout out to Cypress. And I started looking at just kind of checking it out. I didn't know a whole lot about Mo 3. I'm not really into conspiracy situations. But what I did see just right off the bat, just from learning a little bit, because I had people to kind of tell me about the case, that knew about the case, and listening to them, it would look like, just from the naked eye, from not doing a whole lot of research, that he was set up. But when I saw those dudes running on the expressway, people were saying that, y'all, she done woke up, child. When people were saying that they that that they was trying to kill him because he was at a girl's house, I knew from the very start that could I didn't believe that. With the way that they was, when I saw how those guys were running on the expressway, I said from the very beginning, I said, y'all, they was running with a mission. And they had a job to do. Thank you, Player Code, for the $9.99 super sticker. I said that they had a job to do, and it had nothing to do with a girl, right? Just from the way that they were running, I was like, why was the other guy on the expressway? Well, that was his friend, and he was with him. I said, hell, he had looked like he had a mission. He looked like he would. Why would he want Mo 3 dead? Because of his friend? He with his friend's girlfriend. It wasn't none of his woman. So um, so that case is kind of playing out now, because two of the guys I'm hearing have been arrested, and I do believe that there's more to it than meets the eye. I do know that, but I've never done research on the Mo 3's case. I like to cases like that, especially when I don't know a whole lot about them. I like to sit back and watch it play out, right? I like to sit back and watch the cases play out, and I do believe with that case is more than likely going to be more stuff to play out. Stuff like that always tend to, one thing for sure, these cases play out, and that tends to work itself out, right? Another case that I had been extremely interested in. A lot of people don't know, but I have been very interested in this case. I like with FBG Duck. I was interested in FBG Duck's case, and one of the reasons why I was so interested in FBG Duck's case was because when I started looking at Duck's case, I saw where FBG Duck's case uh always did, for some reason, remind me of Young Dolph's case. Always did. When I started listening to his music, I fell completely in love with his music. He had a very versatile sound. Um, I think FBG Duck could have been one of those rappers that could have been a feature on any genre of music because of his sound. Honey Trap says better. There are a lot of close people to Mo 3 that are his relatives and friends and bodyguard that is on here. Look up Queen 88, but I seen what happened to those that tried it. Those that tried what? Oh, they said they waiting on the trial. Honey Trap says, I would stay away from that one, or those OG bloggers will come for you. It's very deep. What OG bloggers? Thank you, New to You, for the $10, and thank you, Michelle, for the $10. What OG? What stay away from? Stay away from what? And what OG bloggers? Honey Trap, what are you talking about? Because they want people, and I'm not mad at you or anything, but when people start coming into my chat, because nobody tells me what to do, and I'm not saying you, I'm just saying, like, when people come into my chat and I feel like, they're putting certain things into the atmosphere, I like for them to go into who they're talking about and what they're talking about. So, Miss Honey Trap, what are you talking about when you say that you would stay away from you would stay away from what, and what OG vloggers will come after me so I can contact the FBI? I need to know who and what you're talking about. What subject are you talking about, and what OG vloggers are you talking about? Because see, I'm not gonna play with nobody thinking they're gonna threaten me. So I need to know what subject are you talking about, and I need to know what vloggers you're talking about. Okay. Y'all, it's a mosquito. She said she just put the names out there. Vloggers from Dallas. Well, let me just say this, because I see vloggers from Dallas, um, 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 doing videos on Young Dolph. Nobody owns a subject. So is it true? I mean, because I've heard about, how the vloggers from Dallas get down, but no vlogger from Dallas will ever control me or threaten me or tell me what I can and can't say. I'm gonna get the police on them. I'm gonna get the FBI on them. Okay, and I'm not playing no vlogger from Dallas. I see vloggers from Dallas blogging about Young Dolph's case all the time, whether I believe what they say or not. I don't have anything to do, I never say anything about it. Well, I know you're not Honey Trap, but I'm just saying, ain't nobody gonna no vlogger from Dallas. Not unless it's true about they putting hits on folks for real about trying to talk about Mo3. The FBI would need to know about that. I need to know the names. Well, Honey Trap, I appreciate that. And I'm not mad at you, but I need to know the vloggers' names. It's not enough to say, because there's a lot of vloggers that vlog from Dallas. I need to know their names so I can contact the FBI, because no vlogger, I don't give a no. Okay. And I'm not mad at you, Miss Honey Trap, but but no motherfucker. Okay, because I done heard how they done terrorized. Will ever threaten me and tell me what I can and can't talk about. I don't care who it is. It's a scary thing what's been done. They dox people, and it's all about numbers and channels. Well, they already doxed me. I have names of the people that have doxed me. I have. But they can be stupid enough to send somebody else to my house. They could be stupid enough to do that, but I'm not worried about. I'm gonna talk about, if I want to talk about Mo3, I will. No Dallas vlogger will ever tell me what I can and can't talk about. Ever. I see Dallas vloggers talk about Young Dolph's case all the time, and it was quite a few Dallas vloggers that put out nothing but lies. I never said a word because I don't own the Young Dolph's case. But nobody will ever harass me. Them motherfuckers better think twice, because I heard they putting hits on people anyway. That's why I said put their motherfucking names in the chat so we can contact the FBI in record numbers. They better not ever come in my chat and tell me what I can and can't talk about. No motherfucking Dallas vlogger. Or else we gonna play police games over here. I don't give a fuck what they dig up on me. Them motherfuckers can't dig like I can dig, because they ain't got the motherfucking systems. They ain't got the connections that I got. I have them in jail for something else. They better leave me alone. Okay? Now that I know that they were the ones that doxed me, I'm looking to get my lick back. They better leave me alone. Because I don't bother nobody. It makes me mad as hell. Okay? So, I don't have nothing against no Dallas vloggers. But I don't know what type of games that they play, trying to say who I could. They don't nobody tell me who I could talk about ever. Okay, and I get sick of these dick in the booty ass men trying to comfort these women. They need to be in jail when they do stuff like that, and I'm just the one to do it. Okay. Now I said my piece, and I'm gonna move on. Okay. But Miss Honey Trap, I ain't mad at you. Okay. I ain't mad at you. I'm just letting it be known. Ain't nobody gonna harass me, because nobody owns me. If I want to get on my blog and say something about Mo3, no motherfucker will ever tell me. Mo3 mama ain't even came in here and said that I can't talk about him. How in the fuck a blogger think that they could ever tell me who I could talk about? Okay. We're gonna get the FBI involved. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, because ain't nobody gonna threaten me. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get the FBI involved, because I don't take idle threats. No Dallas vlogger will ever tell me what I can and can't talk about on this motherfucker. Who the fuck they think they is? They sending hits out on people? Are they doxing folks, sending hitmen to people's houses? Okay, that's why I said put their name in the chat so that we can send it up. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Her daddy came right on at her early today. Praise the Lord. Okay. But Mo3 case was one of those cases No, not trolling. I learned the hard way. Honey Trap, I'm not, let me say this, Honey Trap. I'm not mad at you. Okay, Honey Trap. I'm not, trust me, my frustration is not at you. And I want you to know that. Okay. I'm not mad at you, Honey Trap. It's just that when people come in here, let me just say this, okay? It's just that when people come in here, I don't know if they're trolls that are trying to come in and throw out idle threats up under other names. I don't know that. Some people have come in here and with certain topics, they'll go, well, you shouldn't touch that topic. I don't know if it's somebody has sinned to try and throw out like a little idle threat or a warning or something like that, or it's somebody with good intentions. You don't ever know. But my frustration is not at you. My frustration, I'm putting into the atmosphere. Nobody will control me and tell me what Mo3, nobody owns Mo3. Mo3's mother has not even come into my chat and said that I can't talk about Mo3. So why would another vlogger ever feel like they can intimidate me or anybody else or tell me what I can and can't talk about? And then they try and use tactics that's illegal, trying to put a hit on somebody's life, trying to send somebody to somebody's house. That's illegal. Okay. So when people can't control themselves and they do stuff like that only means, just from my experience, let me tell y'all something. From my experience of working with the police department and being an investigator, most people, okay, who try and control a situation as it relates to cases, it is normally because they have something to do with it. Oftentimes, when police are looking for like serial killers and things of that nature, okay, oftentimes the people, when they don't know who it is, what happened is the serial killer, the person that actually has been out there committing crimes and things of that nature, they'll try and stick close to the police department, right? They'll try so that they can have some type of control. Hold on. Okay, y'all, I'm back. But as far as the Mo threes case, like I said, I had never really looked into the Mo threes case. Like I said, there have been two people that have been arrested. It's interesting to me, and the reason that his case is interesting, and I kind of sit back and I watch, is because I've always said I felt like that the people from around that area knew more about what happened to Mo three than I did, or the people that had looked into it from the very beginning. So if I'm 2 years late and I know nothing about the, what went on in the beginning or anything like that, that means I would have to go way back to the beginning, and I don't have interest in doing that. And that's the reason why I say his case is interesting to me. I just from what I can see is more than what meets the eye. It's definitely more than what meets the eye. I believe it was a paid hit. Just from looking at, thank you, JT. He says, "Good morning, Queen. Don't let the deplorables upset you, but I like to hear you roast." And I wasn't trying to roast Honey 007. I was just trying to put into the atmosphere. Ain't nobody. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna report it to the FBI, because when these cases start picking up again, I don't think any vlogger, because I've heard how they terrorized on this YouTube in the very beginning. And they was really terrorizing me last year, and I didn't know half of the shit that had gone on. And I'm hearing this some of the same people. So when I get off of here, I am going to send an email, and I'm going to send I'm going to fill out a form with the FBI to let it to because I'm just not. These vloggers are not going to be on here putting hits on folks because they want to control. They feel like they supposed to make all the money, or they don't want folks talking about certain things. It ain't gonna happen. I'm not gonna play. I'm gonna nip it in the motherfucking bud before it ever even happens. Okay. Now that I know that they violated me last year, I'm still mad at them motherfuckers. Okay. So I'm getting ready to nip this shit in the bud this year. They got me fucked up. As a matter of fact, they some motherfucking serial killers who tries to send a hit on somebody for talking about somebody. Okay. So evidently they don't want you talking about a case. It means whoever don't, that means that they was involved with having the person killed. That's the only thing that I can see. That is how it has always been. When somebody try to take control of a case, it is because they are involved. Okay. And so I've heard about, and people have told me about all the tactics about how they get folks to dox you. They make up fake forms. I've already heard about they hack my damn internet. They pedophiles. Some of them on here kill women. You motherfuckers can't expunge nothing. I got the baddest motherfucking systems out there, bitch. So you can't expunge nothing. Okay. I work with the federal government, motherfucker. So you can't expunge a goddamn thing. So I know a lot of you are women killers, bitch. Let me vlog and leave me alone. Leave me alone, because I'm not going to play with you. Leave me alone. Then set up on here to kill women and shit. Don't you motherfuckers leave me alone. Leave me alone. A lot of you supposed to be in jail anyways. Why don't you goddamn it apologize to them damn women? Okay. A lot of you need to be trying to apologize to some of these women's parents. Don't get me started. Okay. But if you come to my door, if you get somebody feeble-minded enough to come to my door, that's the reason why I got it documented. Okay. Because they did it before. You come to my door because a vlogger send you good as dead. I fear for my life. Okay. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Let me vlog. Okay. You don't come after somebody that's already looking to get her lick back. It's a lot of shit I know that I don't say. And when you poke at me, it makes me mad. Okay. Now, Honey, Miss Honey, or whoever that was in here, I don't believe you. I hope you didn't mean no harm. I don't know who you are. But I just know, just even from the Young Dolph case, when people come in here and they say, well, you shouldn't talk about that. I had somebody come in here the other day, called themselves, was sending out idle threats to me. And I don't take too kind to threats. Whatever I consider to be a baseless threat or an idle threat or any kind of threat, it sets me off. Okay, it sets me off. And I don't think they want to set me off. They can't fuck with me when it comes to law. And from what I can see, they ought to be trying to stay. A lot of them, they all not want the law on their ass. I wish they'd leave me alone. Okay. Let me gather myself. Ooh, it makes me mad for somebody to ever think that they could threaten me into not talking about something. Okay. Lord, thank you. Okay. So, anyways, with the Mo3 case, I took an interest in it and watching it because just with the way that they was chasing the young man on the internet, it appears to me that it was a hit. They had a mission to complete, and I feel like it's going to get more interesting. You know, I do, because oftentimes people think folks are not going to say anything, and then they end up saying something if they hadn't already. So I guess my thing would be, if they were on a mission, if somebody sent them to do it, the people that sent them to do it, okay, the people that sent them to do it is not in jail. And I guess that's one of the reasons why I sit back and I watch the Mo3's case, because I think it's a cesspool. I think it's going to get more interesting, because I do believe that they were sent. And if they were sent, the person that sent them still got their asses out. Okay? They still got their asses out. Okay? Do I need to have a federal agent? Do I need to file something to make sure that each and every time that I do talk about certain things, that there is a law enforcement person assigned to my chat? So these stupid motherfuckers who's sick in the head, that think that they can control what somebody else do, and them fuck bitches and niggas that they sent out can take their asses to jail. Because once they start, some of them start going to jail. Because see, when a person dumb enough to let somebody send them out, they need to be in jail. Once they start seeing some of them go to jail, they'll sit their maggot asses down. Okay. But nobody will ever tell me what I can and can't talk about. Nobody. Oh my God, nobody ever will. Okay. I know where all the plays come from. I know more than what I say. I know who's behind all this stuff. I know when they start putting this stuff out about folks, I know who be doing it. I know who they get to do it. I know who work with them. These folks sick. Okay. But anyways, the Mo3 case, okay? Yeah, they need to be in a cage. That's what I'll do. That's what I'm gonna do. Because I feel like if you got people that want to come on here and threaten me and tell me I can't talk about the Mo3 case, that means that the FBI probably need to be working with Dallas Police Department or something like that. I mean, with whoever else is involved. Okay, because we know somebody sent the hit, right? So if they got folks on here threatening and saying who can and can't talk about shit, that means they involved. So if the Dallas Police Department and the FBI work together, they'll have a motherfucking man, right? Or people. Okay. So that's a good idea. And they'll have them because they'll know the ones that come into the chat to threaten folks and trying to put hits on people. Those the ones that's involved. Okay. Those are the ones involved. So if the FBI and the Dallas police is got an investigation going on, we need to figure out who is the investigator on Mo3's case. If they looking for somebody else and they quietly got an investigation going on, they'll find it on here. Okay, honey trap. Honey trap, like I said, I'm not mad at you. I'm not. But you have to understand when I've had people to continuously come into my chat who has sent out idle threats, okay? Who are constantly feeling like, okay, and I am innocent because I don't know anything about the Mo3 case. I don't. But I do want justice for Mo3. I want justice for all the young men that I have up there. But I want you to know that I'm not mad at you. Kelly says, hey, Tam, and all y'all, I'm just a cougar who stand for what's right, not from Memphis. Just be listening in. Thank you, Kelly. But honey trap, I'm not mad at you. I'm not getting ready to dog you. And trust me, my anger is not at you. My anger is at anybody who thinks that they're gonna violate me into submission. It ain't gonna happen. But I'm not mad at you at all, honey trap. I've never seen you in here. And so but that what I'm saying, I'm putting that out there to anybody who thinks that they are going to threaten me or violate me. It ain't gonna happen this year. Okay. I've been paying attention to how Miss Lowdown says that they have been coming at her. Now, with Miss Lowdown, when I first came on the vlog, when I first started vlogging, I just happened to start going through her videos, and that is how I ended up seeing uh some of the videos that she had done, and I didn't know who any of these people were. Okay, what the lady had been violated. And for the life of me, what I couldn't understand, she sent me, I reached out to her and I asked her because of the violations that I had gotten. People started reaching out to me, letting me know the bloggers that was involved in doxing me, the women, the men, the groups that they be in, who they hackers are, all the stuff that they be doing, right? And so I ended up reaching out to Miss Lowdown and asking her if she could send me, okay, those videos, because I filed a report, okay, and I have investigators on my case, and I forwarded all those videos to him, and one of the reasons why I did that, I was telling him, I was like, the Young Dolph case is going to get. Thank you for the $5. The Young Dolph said he hate me. The Young Dolph case is gonna heat up. Wow. Honey says, thank you. I seen this pop up on my live feed and join in. I think Mo3, Duke the Jeweler, and Takeoff are all connected. It's so weird. Rainwater will get on their panels and change the story. Oh, wow. And so I was like, especially when I started hearing about, like, when people started reaching out to me that used to work with some of these vloggers, and I was like, I never did anything to any of those men ever. So why would they violate me? Hell, I wasn't even on here to really. I was just on here. I just started. I couldn't understand, if I'm from out of the city of Memphis, why would a vlogger from outside of Memphis ever feel like they could control me talking about the Young Dolph case? Okay. Somebody sent me an email last night telling me a vlogger said that they was getting ready to take over the Young Dolph's case, and they was specifically coming after me. Well, this vlogger had already been named, and when this early this morning, I sent that damn email up, okay, with the vlogger's name on it and everything. I am not getting ready to play with these folks. Who in the fuck these men think that they are, that they can put hits on women, they can violate women, they can get other women to dox them, and these motherfucking women gonna become casualty if they let these men send them out. And the men send them out so that they could be the ones to get in trouble, okay? And they can hide behind them, okay? So I think these folks just need to chill. If they gonna vlog about something, they need to vlog about it. But to think that you can control somebody and you can violate them into submission, that leads me to believe with the Young Dolph's case, we already know that those investigators be on here. That's on my daddy's grave, okay? But if they want to violate you into submission because they don't even want me to put a picture of Mo3 up on my damn thumbnail, I need to see who is working, what investigator is working the Mo3 case, and I'm going to contact the FBI. And then they need to be on my blog, since folks they think they're going to violate me and threaten me. So whoever sent that hit at Mo3, if they watch my blog and they see these threats and all this shit, okay, then they'll have their motherfucking people. They need to leave me alone, because I don't bother nobody. Okay? Oh, I have to calm myself down. Jesus. Kelly says, I never seen so many women who are willing to go out and get killed for these demons. Set up girl, they call them. Wow. Okay, but anyways, you guys, I want to see justice for Mo3, and like I said, his case is one of those cases that's very interesting to me, and I just kind of sit back and watch it play out, because like I said, when I first started learning about that case, which was last year, I had never even heard of Mo3. And so when I started seeing quite a few people talk about Mo3, I was like, well, I finally decided, let me pull him up. And so when I pulled him up, I saw he was very talented, an up and coming young man up out of Dallas who could sing and rap. I was like, wow. And I fell in love with that friend. Everybody ain't your partner. Everybody ain't your friend. Okay. So I don't, get on here and proclaim to have known about the Mo3 case. I don't. I just kind of quietly sit back and watch that play out, because I know that it's more than meet the eye. When I saw the men on the expressway chasing him like that, I knew they was there with a purpose. They were on a mission, and it didn't have nothing to do with no girl. Okay, because they could have called him another time if it had something to do with a girl. That was a similar situation like Young Dolph. He had to be executed right then and there. Don't nobody run in traffic like that unless they being paid, unless they have a mission to complete. The exact same thing that happened with Young Dolph, right? And so then, even with the Takeoff's case, a lot of people was in shock last year, November 1st, when Takeoff was killed, when he was shot like that and he was left laying out there in that bowling alley like that. That was very hurtful to see that young man, who was very talented, definitely on the national level, to see him out there like that. Myself, and like I said, I don't believe in conspiracy situations, but I don't believe in coincidences. That seemed like it for me, that was a headshot. A Takeoff was killed execution style. And the lack of empathy, that from what we could see, was absolutely jarring. And then what happened after that, how the people that surrounded that situation started acting after that just kind of let me know that it was some shit in the game. Even that guy that owned that label, okay, before the police ever said anything, okay, number one, we're gonna talk about the damn police chief. And I said it, I called it when he gave the press conference. You know, I said, I got on my vlog right after he gave the press conference. I said, y'all, it's something wrong as it relates to that police chief. I said, because he said he went into talking about how they got celebrities in Houston and how, you know, he was friends with them or he knew them and he wanted to get with them to figure out what should be done. I said, it's something wrong there. I said he want to get with the very people that was out there talking about the celebrities to sit down and talk about what could be done instead of getting with his damn investigators to try to figure out what the hell happened. So then the guy that owned QC or whatever, for him to come out before they ever said anything and say it was a freak accident, the police still was investigating. How the hell he know it was a damn freak accident? Why would he put that into the atmosphere? Okay. And so then when the police chief they was finally forced to arrest somebody, I said the police chief looked stressed out. I said he looked stressed out, y'all. It's something wrong. He was not as jovial as he was when Takeoff was first killed. It seemed like he's up under a lot of duress, a lot of stress. I said, so it's something wrong with that. Okay. It's something wrong with that. So then Jay Prince Sr. finally comes on. Then we hear them talking about, you know, before that, what's his name? Migo Bands, right? So they want to they said Migo Bands was a thank you for the cash out. I apologize, Philip. For Migo Bands, they said he was a person of interest. Okay, they said he was a person of interest when they already knew what had happened, and so that was if I always said when Jay Prince Sr. said that incident should not have been recorded. He didn't say that Takeoff laying there with a hole in his head with blood coming out of his head should not have been recorded. He didn't say that. He said the incident where they was arguing where Quavo walked off should not have been recorded. I knew then he was full of shit. And you know why he didn't want to record it? I said this from the very beginning, because the video was able to show that Migos Bands was attacked from the back. And what they wanted to do was okay, when Quavo and them tried to walk off, they was attacked. What they wanted to do was they wanted to put it, and if that video had not been out, that's what Jay Prince Sr. was mad about. They would have tried to pin it on Migos Bands. That's what they planned on doing. And so what did Jay Prince Sr. do? He went on them folks' show. I forgot $1 million worth of game or whatever. He went on their show and said, I can't get the police to charge him. I feel like Migos Band should be charged. I can't get them to charge him. I called it. I said, aha, I told y'all. Because that video was out, that video did not corroborate with the narrative that they was trying to push. And that's what he was mad about, because he didn't want DJ Pat or the other young man arrested. They didn't give a damn about Takeoff being killed, because they feel like they mad at Quavo. They feel like if Quavo had kept his mouth closed, then that's the energy that they put out there. Then his nephew would still be alive. Thank you, Miss Honey, for the 1999. You didn't interrupt. Trust me, you didn't. I appreciate it. Okay. So that case is still very, very interesting to me. The mere fact that the record exec got on his live or got on his platform and said it was an accident. It was a freak accident. Okay. He was saying it was a freak accident before the police, and while the police was still investigating, and before they claimed they even knew who it was that shot the gun. So it was always something wrong with that. I still, even though people have kind of moved on because they got those two dudes in custody, or they got that one in custody, people need to continuously pay close attention to that, because I said, when, you know, this situation with DJ Pat, I believe in the background they're setting the stage for DJ Pat not to do no time or close to no time, okay? Because the princess don't feel like he should be in jail. So that needs to pay, people need to pay close attention to that. Okay? People need to pay close attention to that. And I forgot to put Duke the Jeweler up. Okay, but we could talk about him. That's another situation that I watch quietly and pay close attention to, that I definitely want justice for him. Because I believe some of the same people in the Takeoff situation is involved in Duke the Jeweler's situation. Okay. And what I could see, you know, everybody talking about Memphis, what I could see with that situation is just like Memphis need new politicians, the Houstonians need new politicians. They need a new regime that has not taken any money at all from the princess. Okay. And only when that happens is Duke the Jeweler is going to get justice. Okay. When they put in a whole new government that did not take any campaign funds from the princess, will Duke the Jeweler, that means he's going to bring in his own, the mayor, that mayor is going to bring in his own police chief. Okay. Who is going to go back and pull up Duke the Jeweler's case, because his case is cold at this point. It has gone cold. It's been about a year, so his case has gone cold. So it's going to take a new police chief, a new administration, a new regime to come in and send some investigators, put their investigators on the case to heat it back up again. Okay. And which it wouldn't be that hard to solve, more than likely. Okay. And get justice, because they're not trying to get justice for him. Okay. But but as far as like FBG Duck, okay, FBG Duck's case was very interesting to me, because like I said, FBG Duck's music is I love his music. I love his sound, that versatile sound, right? And I had never, as y'all can see, I had never been like into just rap, drill music and stuff like that. But I started paying close attention, because I think it's a darn shame how these rappers are losing their lives. And so when you start to look at that stuff, when you start to pay close attention to it and research stuff like that, you start listening to their music. Even music, as far as music, those are just words, right? Those are just clever words that they use as rhymes. And so I don't really care what they say in their music. If they're dissing somebody, it does not give anybody else the right to kill them, right? And I think one of the reasons, not to get off subject, Miss T, but did you see Mitch McConnell standing at press conference and not responding? It was yesterday, I believe. No, I didn't see that. Okay. And so when Duke the Jeweler, okay, so as far as FBG Duck, when I saw that FBG Duck's case they let FBG Duck just lay out there and die. His case turned into a RICO. I paid close attention to that. I was like, and I started paying close attention to it. And I did a video last year. I said, pay close attention to FBG Duck's case, because Young Dolph's case is going to mirror FBG Duck's case. Okay. It has so many similarities. FBG Duck and King Von and Dirk them had all been dissing each other for the longest. It was not until FBG Duck got a deal and FBG Duck started going up that they decided. I don't think it had anything to do with that song Dead Bitches. It had nothing to do with that, because Duck had already, they dissed each other. Duck them had already, they would diss Duck them. Duck, they was messing with Duck. Duck would diss back. They would get on their social medias and stuff. And I like Von's music, okay? I hate what happened to Von. They would get on their social medias and say, you know, we ain't worried about him. They broke and all that. But as soon as FBG Duck starts going up, they say he do a diss song, and then a month later, he's killed. Now, a lot of people say that they feel like King Von put a bag on Duck's head. I I don't believe that King Von put a bag on Duck's head. I believe Dirk did. That is just in my opinion. Okay. I believe that Dirk did because I don't think, because if you listen to King Von would say he was not a rapper. Dirk recruited him. He said Dirk came to him because he was a big fan of Von's, as far as I guess the stuff he was doing in the street, right? So I think he wanted a hitter on his team. He thought he was being strategic. I don't think thought Von would blow up like that. Von blew up because he had a distinct sound. Von was hard. So Dirk was the one with the record label. I think Dirk wanted his label to be one of the biggest things out of Chicago, and FBG Duck definitely had the potential and was going to be competition. Okay, and he started moving fast, right? And so but another case that I've been this other case with FBG Duck, okay. Of course he was killed, and it was very sad because I was looking at the video. FBG Duck lived for like 22 minutes. They let him bleed out. And they were saying that FBG Duck's last words was, "They gonna just let me lay here? The police just standing around and ain't doing nothing." He was moving. When they first shot him, he even tried to get up. We saw the video. I showed y'all the video. And the hospital was like 3 minutes up the street, right? The ambulance got there immediately and was waiting to come and put him on the gurney. They could have got him to the hospital and could have possibly saved him. He bled out. But the police would not let the ambulance through. They made them wait because they said they wanted to make sure that the killers was not still on the scene. They basically let him die, right? Because I feel like if they had gotten him if he bled out, that means that they let him die. They let him lay there and lose too much blood, and he died. Instead of hurry up and getting him to the hospital, which was 3 minutes up the street, and getting him in surgery. They probably could have saved him, because just because you shot a whole lot of times, bullets will enter you and go out of you. They didn't say he died because of all of the bullets. They said he bled out. Right? And so then a year after that, we saw FBG Cash, right? I've definitely taken an interest. Now, FBG Cash's case is one that I really I've started watching real close. You know why? Because FBG Cash, I think, knew something was getting ready to happen to him. FBG Cash had been in Houston. He had just signed with Cash had just signed with, help me out, D-Mon. It wasn't, Duck had just signed with Rap A Lot, but Cash signed with Mob Ties, I believe. Yeah, I think Cash signed with Mob Ties. Okay. Cash had been in Houston, right? Cash had just came back to Chicago, and a girl set Cash up, right? We do believe. And so the thing about it is, I think God was trying to warn Cash, because Cash was in the car with the girl and he said that they shot at him or something like that. And the girl was like, her boyfriend, she gave the story. He knew something was wrong, but I don't know why Cash would go back around her, right? And so Cash had did a song. Cash was after FBG Duck died, people started really looking at FBG Cash. I think he was one of the ones that that had the possibilities of going up, just like FBG Duck did. And anybody that got any traction at this time, Von was dead. That's the reason why I say I believe Dirk was the one put the hit allegedly on Duck, because he didn't want Duck to go up, and he put the hit on Cash. So when I started looking at that, I started seeing all of that. I'm listening to the people that was around Cash's scene, and one of the ladies said she could hear him in her back window. She said when they shot Cash, he was moving, and she heard one of the killers say, "He's still moving." She said, and they went back and stood over the poor guy. I wish he just had played dead. And then they started unloading on him, right? They made sure he was dead, right? because when they shot him before they ran off, they didn't know he was still alive. And they looked back and saw him moving. They went back and stood over him. And so then Cash had put out a song that was going up called Back Two Times, right? Where he dissed Dirk back because they was dissing Von. I mean, they was dissing Duck. And so he does a song Back Two Times and disses Dirk's brother. So then Dirk does a video after Cash is killed saying, you diss I forget his brother's name. His brother's name is something D thing. You diss D thing, you gonna see. I'm gonna leave you under that tree. Well, Cash was left up under a tree, right? So, that's one of the cases. I know a lot of people want to say that that they don't want to believe that Dirk is involved in it, but I believe Dirk has a lot to do with has everything to do with FBG Duck's case and Cash's murder. Okay, so Cash had been at I'm hearing that Mob Ties has a studio in Chicago. So Cash was at the studio till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. How did those guys know that Cash was at that studio? Maybe that they saying the girl could have dropped this location and told him he was getting ready to come out. But he was at Mob Ties studio. I hate that Cash signed with Mob Ties and they have such a good rapport with Dirk, right? And the mere fact that Dirk put out, you can't mess with no girls in Chicago if you're going to be if you're going to diss D thing, which is his brother that was killed. Well, I mean, I think Dirk is smart enough not to tell the direction of how they got his location. Okay, they know he was with a girl. The girl was shot too. Okay, they said Cash might have shot her, but Dirk would say, well, or insinuate that the girl set him up if somebody, in Mob Ties that gave his location and said he'd get ready to leave the studio. Okay. So all of those, situations are very interesting to me. And of course, y'all know that I vlogs on the Young Dolph's case constantly. Okay. And one of the reasons why, and I always say, I'm not trying to solve the Young Dolph's case. I ain't no damn fool. Young Dolph's case, there is no way that I can solve the Young Dolph's case. Okay. No vlogger can and will solve the Young Dolph's case, not unless they was out there looking. Okay. And they know something that the police don't know. And if they knew that, they wouldn't be on here blogging about it. They would be trying to get that information to the police, right? Hold on, y'all. Okay. Yeah, Dirk had been dropping on his ops. And I'm gonna tell you something, God getting Dirk back. He took all those young dudes out. FBG Duck, FBG Cash, they had all of that potential. And he wiped them boys out just because he was jealous of them. And now he around here having seizures. See, if God don't get you back one way, God gonna get you back another way. He gonna pay for that, because it is, in my opinion, that he did that to them. And it was only because as long as they was dissing and they didn't have no major deals, he didn't have no issues. But the moment they got a major deal, now when they diss, it's a problem. They got to be eliminated. Okay. Lord, and the white folks just be laughing at our black guys while they out here killing each other, making their job easy. If the drugs don't kill them, the love of money will. I'm telling you. It's sad. It's sad. Just listen to Dirk's song Hanging with Wolves and Rumors. Okay. And so with the Young Dolph's case, you guys, Young Dolph's case, when people say that the police is involved, I go, well, if the police was involved, they've been making arrests. And so rebuttal is, well, they got the wrong folks. Well, how you know? Was you one of the killers? Because see, in order for you to say that they got the wrong killers, that means you got to have some inside information, or it was you that was out there. Okay, I don't believe they got the wrong killers. I believe they got the right ones. Okay, and Young Dolph's case, I've always said, is at the middle end because I believe they got the shooters that was out there. I believe what the DA say. Okay, and you know, they got, young. It was a paid hit. Okay, and so because it was a paid hit, we already know that they got to get the people that paid to have Young Dolph hit. Now, I know people say, well, Orange Mound Quit paid for the hit. Orange Mound Quit ain't paid for no damn hit. I think I've said that from the very beginning. Do I think he had some type of involvement? I do. But do I think he was the mastermind and paid for the hit? Hell no. That goes way beyond Orange Mound Quit. Orange Mound Quit didn't have no damn reason other than money. His participation more as far as money, but as far as I believe, as far as one of the mastermind to have Young Dolph taken out, nobody could ever get me to believe that. Even if he said it, I would believe he would be forced to say it. Okay, because we already know that this stuff started way before we even knew Orange Mound Quit was in the damn equation. Oh, y'all didn't want to let me be great. Hold on. Okay. And so that means, when people say that, well, they had killed it, Young Dolph, because he signed Big Unc. Big Unc. If they was mad at Big Unc because they said Big Unc had something to do with somebody in True Mafia being killed, Big Unc was outside. He was way more accessible. Whew. Y'all, these folks won't let me be great. Hold on, y'all. Okay, you guys, I'm back. Child, these folks won't let me be great this morning. Y'all hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Like, share, and subscribe. Run the likes all the way up until you can't run them up no more. Run the likes up, run them all the way up until you can't run them up no more. Okay. But if Young Dolph was killed, I don't think Young Dolph was killed because of Big Unc. If they was gonna kill anybody, they would have killed Big Unc. Big Unc wasn't hiding. Big Unc was outside every single day. Big Unc was all on Instagram. He was all everywhere. So if they was gonna get somebody, they would have got Big Unc. He would have been easier to get than Young Dolph because he was in the city all day, every day. Okay. So I don't buy into that. They might have been mad, but I don't buy into that. Okay. Young Dolph was killed because them Negroes was jealous of him and they had been wanting him gone. Okay. They had been wanting them gone. And trust me when I tell you, it goes beyond Orange Mound Quit. Now, what they did was they used a bunch of dudes. That situation with Big Unc, they might have been able to use that to fuel the fire. But the motivation for straight drop them killing Young Dolph, the motivation was money and come up. That's it, and that's all. So when folks start slanging all these different narratives, it just don't it. I don't go along with that. Okay. And when you know what you know, it's not easy for people to come into me. I let people have their own opinions because that's what grown people do. But it's not easy to convince me when all this stuff started popping up, all of this Photoshop stuff started popping up. You're not going to be able to convince me of that. As a matter of fact, when folks start putting out Photoshop stuff, because Young Dolph's case is gonna heat up again, folks are seeing where they can eat again. I'm now see as far as the Young Dolph's case, my aunties and them still working over the, down there. I'm definitely gonna have somebody to watch out for in my chat because it don't have and it's funny because I had a conversation. This is what's so weird. I was having a conversation with my auntie last night, and my aunt was saying she tend to believe it's more so she don't even believe at this point that any labels is sending hits at vloggers. It's just other vloggers that's being dogmatic. And so the wolves have come out because they're saying this is a way for me to continuously eat. And if I got to kill somebody so that my narrative can be the only narrative and I can eat, okay, that's what I'm going to do. And it's going to get them sent to jail. It's a damn shame when you in your late 30s and 40s and 50s, even in your 20s, and you fighting about a damn vlog because you want your information to be the only exclusive information. You's a fucking retard, okay? You need to have your ass in a straight chair and then straight to the electric chair because you ain't shit. You sick. You mentally sick. You worse than a damn serial killer, okay? You worse than a Ted Bundy. You mentally ill. You twisted. Okay. When it takes nothing for folks to vlog, okay, and leave other people alone because you can't control what other folks do. Like I said, nobody will ever tell me that I can't talk about Mo3 on my blog. Okay. But as far as the Young Dolph case, I had folks harassing me about talking about Young Dolph. Okay. But each and every person has a right to talk about whatever it is that they want to talk about. I think people have issues. I've always felt like when you start trying to force something down somebody's throat, okay, then you have an agenda. Okay. Bryant, you said already, Miss Tam, already what, Bryant? Then you have an agenda. because you can't force your views up on somebody else. You can't do that. What you could what you could state is what you believe. This is what I believe, even if you know it's bullshit. Okay, this is what I believe. Okay, I don't believe that. Okay, well, you believe what you want to believe. I believe what I want to believe, and okay, whatever. D Cat Dad says Cash was with a setup girl. Right. And Dirk put that out into the atmosphere. They said Dirk said if you're gonna be dissing D thing, you shouldn't be trying to hook up with girls in Chicago. So they said that he put a subliminal out there right after Cash was killed, letting it be known that the girl was the one that set Cash up. Now they're saying that people have put into the atmosphere the young lady was shot and then Cash jumped out the car. Some people said that Cash, once Cash figured out that the girl set him up, he shot her and jumped out the car and started trying to run. I don't know. But I do know that his case seems to have gone cold. It don't seem like me nobody trying to get no justice for him. Yeah, they said Cash, when Cash realized that she had set him up, he shot her and jumped out the car. I always wonder, and that sounds about right. If she was driving and why did Cash jump out of the car? It seemed like to me she could have put her foot on the pedal and got away from the dudes. So it do seem like to me it was a setup. She sat there, for them and wouldn't go because if I see somebody running up with guns up on my car, I'm gonna put my damn foot on the gas and they gonna have tire marks on their damn face. Okay. Even if they get some shots out, they gonna be up under that motherfucker. Okay. Excuse my French. Okay. They gonna have skid marks on their face. Okay. DK Daddy says Cash was at the same studio that Dirk messed with. Oh. So Witty says, you have always held your own, came on here strong and continues to stay that way. Hell yeah. They mad. If they mad, make them matter. Thank you, so Witty. Already is slang for 100. Oh, okay. Already is a slang for 100. M Rose says, people in Chicago said it was her baby daddy that shot Cash. Hmm. And you know what I think is sad? I feel like it's sad that, FBG Duck and FBG Cash were the strongest, um, especially Duck, because his sound was just so versatile. Duck was gonna be a superstar, right? And they became very intimidated by him. Cash was gaining some traction, so they made sure they took out everybody over there that had the potential to go up. Now a lot of people don't pay attention a whole lot. There's another one that he's not an FBG, but he's FBG Duck's cousin, and he's hard, and that's Ruga. I think Ruga is real hard, but Ruga tends to stay out of the mess, and I'm glad that he does. Um, but if you go back and pay attention to Duck them did not. They kept picking with Duck them until they started dissing them back. Duck them was not messing with them. When money involved, you could pay people to say anything. That's true. Yeah, Ruga is very handsome. You guys hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, you guys. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Okay. Like, share, and subscribe. That pressure made FBG Butter drop his shit. Yeah. Yeah. I hate that. I be feeling sorry for FBG Butter. Drake still mess with mob ties. DCat Daddy says, I can't understand why Cash would fool around with Prince Jr. knowing he and Dirk are cool. That might be the reason why he left Houston, because he started to see some funny stuff. Miss T, they all was in it. They killed each other members. They was really in the drill. None of them are innocent. So I believe you. I do believe you. Because once you take out somebody's member, I believe they were killing each other. Once you draw blood, they're gonna go back and they're gonna take out one of yours, and it's a never ending cycle. So I believe that. Y'all hit the like button. Please hit the like button. But those cases, y'all, I want to see justice for all of them, because and I put their pictures up, and the one thing that all of them have in common is that I believe all of them they were hits. Each and every one of those dudes that I got on the thumbnail, they were hits. Okay. Street Politics says, when you involved in rap beef, you got to know who your ops cool with and who they fool with in the city. And you really can't trust a whole lot of folks. And I'm telling you, you can't, because folks be secretly fans of other people, and they'll they be looking to come up. Especially if they in the industry, they up and coming artists, they be looking to try to come up. I'm doing good, Do Dirty. How about yourself? Ramona says Lil Durk needs to be locked up. Yeah, Lil Durk. And now look at what's happening. His eyes about to pop out his damn head. God giving him seizures and shit. Before God, people say God ain't in there. God is a God of wrath. You can't take people out because you fear their greatness and think God ain't gonna get you back. Look at what they said Dirk did to Von. Now, I don't know, but Von, I've heard people say, and I have to say allegedly, that they feel like Dirk set Von up, and it's weird that after Dirk gets off, Von is killed, Dirk gets off, and they pin everything on Von. That's weird, you know. And I'm surprised people don't really talk about that a whole lot. And Rose says King Von was killed by the police in Little Tim. Ramona says Dirk set Von up. Yeah, justice for Duck. Justice for Duck, and justice for Cash, and justice for Dolph, and justice for Mo3, and justice for Takeoff. They said that's him with the gray sweatpants and goatee on Dolph's scene. Woo, child, and mine is a terrible thing. Now this is in my opinion. I don't believe that Orange Mountain Quet would be dumb enough to go stand in the midst of all of at the cookie shop, in the midst of all the Dolph's folks, and in the midst of the police and everything, and be a onlooker. Okay, them folks was now I don't doubt he was out there, but I don't believe he was standing out there. He might have been out there, but I don't believe he was standing out there on the cookie shop being an onlooker. Vin dissed Dirk's cousin on that. I don't know who Vin is. Oh, Von. Von dissed Dirk's cousin on live. Oh. Von dissed Dirk's dead cousin on live. Really? Are y'all sure? Von dissed Dirk's dead cousin on live. Did any, did anybody else see that? Von cousin killed Dirk cousin over money. Oh wow. So I mean Dirk probably did have him set up, like everybody's saying. It's something that Von Dirk get off on those cases and they pin it all on Von. Oh wow. Yeah. So they say Dirk like to put bags on top of folks' heads when you dissing his people, his family and stuff. I mean, so hey, so that means that if Von did that, that means that Von and Dirk was not as close as people would think. Miss T, you mean Von died the same way Tupac did? He jumped on somebody he shouldn't have, and the end result was there was death. I hate it for both Von and me regaining interest in the rap music. McName Ace, that song was out when Pooh Shiesty came out before Von died. Um, Christopher says that's a lie. That's my baby brother up there with Dolph father. Checking on the situation. Niggas say anything for clout. I'm from South Memphis, Corey Junior High area. Okay, I went to school around that area, Christopher. Christopher says that's his baby brother up there. That's not none of Orange Mound Quit. Um, I don't believe I don't believe that that's Orange Mound Quit out there. I always said that I don't believe it's him. Anybody else can believe what they want to. I don't believe it's him that's standing out there on the cookie lot, looking. That's he released it that same night when he died, though. And then deleted it. Kenny says he don't believe that Dirk set Von up. Magname says the police shot Von. And Rose says Miss T Dirk signed Von. It made him more money. Why would he kill him? Okay. Okay. Kenny says exactly. Rhonda says, Dominic Johnson, my day is just getting started here on the west side. I don't believe Dirk had anything to do with Von, and case in ATL was dropped because they couldn't see the video. It's on YouTube. Marlon says, but Von killed people. You get what you give. Anthony says 100 track, and Dirk woke Von up to fight, knowing he'd overreact. Now, that's one of the issues that I had issues with. Why would his people, if he's sitting there asleep waiting for Lil Boosie to pull up, why would his people wake him up to fight? That's crazy. So Whitty says Dirk didn't like Von for real. I don't think they had a real connection either. If you listen to China Doll, what's her name? China Doll, who Dirk was going with. I mean, who Von was going with when he first died. She put a lot of stuff out that she has deleted, talking about Dirk. Came between them, and they were the ones that did a whole lot of stuff to him. Like she was angry. She put a lot of stuff out that she deleted. Magname says they said they dropped the case because they feel like The bullets came from an officer gun. Emerald says Lil Tim charges was dropped because it was two guns that shot him, one from the police and Lil Tim. Maybe they feel like the gun. Thank you, Not For Real Productions. Maybe they feel like the fatal shots came from the police gun. I bet that's what it was. Oh, that's right. Her name Asian Doll. You guys hit the like button for me. Y'all run the likes up. Dominique says Quando Rondo's members killed Von. You know, they said that Von's manager made some funny movements that night, like right after he was killed. Kevin says, like you said, Tam, Dirk doesn't like competition. Von was on the way up, possibly past Dirk. Right, because Von was hard. We can't take that from him. I don't know if Dirk knew Von would blow up like that. Von was hard. Von was out on bond and 100 tracks should have never stayed. Anybody from South Memphis know that my baby brother Spider? Tell some of these guys to stay out of Memphis business. If rumors will be spreaders, we deal with facts. Long live Dolph. Long live young Dolph, the paper route boss. New to you says they always kill the competition, so sad. Emerald says Von and Dirk couldn't be around each other. They was co-defendants. They had GPSs. Hmm. Y'all keep running the likes up. Hey, Michael. Keep running the likes up for me. I appreciate that so much. Oh my, y'all, I'm sorry. My stomach growling. I'm hungry. And I normally don't even be this hungry in the morning. Hold on. I know, and I'm embarrassed. I mean, it's just the growling. I'm like, dog, even my stomach acting up. And my stomach, I don't even care for breakfast food like that. I guess I need to, I think I got some fruit in there. I think I got some peaches in there. Von realized Dirk lawyer played him at the airport. That absolutely looked like Dirk's lawyer to me. So why would they post up at the airport and ask for his ID? I found that was really weird. Dirk's lawyer, that female lawyer, has a distinct look. She got them big eyes. Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all, I'm back. What am I cooking today? I was thinking about rotel tacos. I saw this recipe that I fell in love with. I already got the turkey ground beef. Um and I'm it's rotel that you put into taco shells. So I'm gonna do rotel taco. Empire behind all this, Miss T. Y'all think so? You know what? Hey, I said either one or two things is happening. Either you have people that's taking out these artists that's trying to be independent, that that's trying to be independent, that's just getting distribution deals and they taking them out to make it look like Empire is involved, or two, Empire is involved. Okay. So because I don't believe in a whole lot of coincidences. I say that all the time. I absolutely do not. Yeah, Cypress quiet. The whole industry is playing chess. I agree, and they playing chess with black men and women. uh Everybody knows that these record execs get rich. The generational wealth, or the wealth, is in the insurance policies. If these When these rappers die, they get millions of dollars at a time, and they killing them. You have 3, 4, 5 rappers to die a year. If they got $5 and $10 million policies on them, can you imagine that they have 5 rappers to die in a year? They got a $10 million policy on them or more. They getting at least $50 million in a year. And this is what they're doing. And the thing that pisses me off is that you got some of these record labels that are just coming up now, like these black record labels, these black record heads. They get in it and fall right in line and start doing what the oppressor has been doing to their very own people. That's the reason why they stuff falling too. Tamara, I believe Dolph case heats up next month. Mm-hmm. Dominique says, Cypress TV getting counseling. He see Gotti going down, laugh out loud. Gotti has been kind of quiet. Gotti has been kind of quiet since he put out that album that flopped. Oh, stomach, please, you embarrassing me. I'm gonna have to put something on my stomach. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. Gotti just posted Youngster album. I heard it's not well. Well, he posted his album now because he know everybody watching to see if he gonna post it. It's a Tamara, watch out now. Gotti fans over here. I thought Cypress was getting ready to say Gotti went platinum. How is Black Youngster's album doing? I agree with you, Michael. I agree. He is that. They said now he went double cubic zirconia. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna have to get off, y'all, because I gotta go and take my mom to the doctor. But I'm gonna get back on tonight, and we're gonna continue this conversation. I hate to get off, but I gotta go take my mom to the doctor, to her doctor's appointment. So, and then maybe I could stop and give me something to eat, child, because my stomach is growling. I have to eat some peanuts. So, Cypress, when I get on tonight, I'm gonna send you the link. I'm gonna get back on tonight. Okay. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit the like button, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys tonight.